Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. When was the last time you dreamed about the future? Not just a fleeting thought, but a vision so clear and powerful that it ignited something deep inside you. Maybe it was when you were younger, before life convinced you to be realistic. Maybe it's still there, waiting for you to fuel it. A dream without fuel goes nowhere. World's greatest innovators, leaders, and creators, they didn't just dream. They fueled those dreams with action, persistence, and an unshakable sense of purpose. They faced failures, rejection, and setbacks, but they never stopped because their why was stronger than their what. Finding your path isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about taking the first step even when the road is unclear. Too often we compare our journey to others, forgetting that their path was never meant for us. The only path that matters is the one you create through your own choices, experiences, and determination. Let me be clear, this isn't easy. You will fail, you will doubt yourself, you will want to quit, and in those moments you must remember this. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of it. Every setback is a data point. Every rejection, a redirection. Surround yourself with people who challenge and inspire you. Find mentors, communities, and environments that push you to be better. The road is tough, but it's easier when walked with the right people. Every great achievement begins with a simple yet powerful force, a dream. It is the initial spark that ignites the journey towards something meaningful. Dreams are what give our lives direction, pushing us beyond limitations and into possibilities we never thought existed. Without dreams, progress would be impossible. Every invention, every breakthrough, every great movement started because someone dared to dream. A dream on its own is not enough. It remains just an idea until it is nurtured, fueled, and acted upon. Think about a fire. It starts with a spark, but without fuel, it fades quickly. The same principle applies to dreams. They need intention, commitment, and continuous effort to grow into reality. The mistake many people make is assuming that having a dream is the hard part, but in truth, the challenge lies in keeping it alive when obstacles appear. One of the biggest reasons people abandon their dreams is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of stepping outside of what is comfortable. But fear is just an illusion that loses its power when we take action. History is filled with people who faced fear but chose to keep going. They understood that fear is a sign that something is important, that they are on the edge of something meaningful. When fear shows up, it should be seen as confirmation that the dream is worth pursuing. People struggle to hold on to their dreams is self-doubt. They question their abilities, their worth, and their chances of success. But the truth is, no one starts as an expert. Every great success story begins with someone who was once a beginner, unsure of their path, but willing to take the first step. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent or luck, it is persistence. Those who succeed fuel their dreams with action, learning, and resilience. There is also the challenge of external voices, people who doubt you, who tell you to be realistic, who don't see the vision you see. It is important to remember that your dream was given to you, not them. Their lack of belief does not determine your ability to achieve it. Many of the most influential figures in history were told their dreams were impossible until they made them possible. To turn a dream into reality, it must be more than just a passing thought. It requires a deep sense of purpose, a reason that drives you forward, even when things get difficult. When the purpose behind a dream is clear, it becomes easier to stay committed, to push through obstacles, and to keep going even when progress seems slow. Dreams are powerful, but they require action. The spark is only the beginning. The real magic happens when you decide to fuel it, to protect it, and to pursue it with everything you have. Because in the end, the difference between a dreamer and a doer is simple. One waits, the other builds. Passion alone is not enough to sustain a dream. Many people start with excitement, but when challenges arise, that initial spark begins to fade. What truly keeps people going is a deep sense of purpose, the why behind their dream. Purpose is the fuel that drives persistence, resilience, and innovation. Without it, even the most passionate individuals can lose motivation when the journey becomes difficult. Understanding why you want something is more important than just knowing what you want. The what is the dream itself, a career, a goal, an achievement, but the why is what gives it meaning. It's the driving force that pushes you forward when obstacles appear. Those who have a strong purpose don't just chase success, they build something that matters not just for themselves, but for others. Purpose, there will be moments when things don't go as planned, when failure seems inevitable, and when giving up feels like the easiest option. In those moments, people with a clear why find the strength to keep going. They see challenges as part of the process rather than as reasons to quit. They understand that every setback is a lesson, every struggle an opportunity to grow. When you have a strong purpose, failure doesn't stop you, it fuels you. Innovation is another byproduct of purpose. When people are driven by something bigger than themselves, they find ways to overcome obstacles that might stop others. They think creatively, take risks, and push boundaries because they are not just chasing a goal, they are fulfilling a mission. Some of the greatest innovations in history were created by individuals who refused to give up because their purpose was stronger than their fear of failure. Many people struggle with finding their purpose, but it often starts with asking the right questions. What truly excites you? What problem do you want to solve? What impact do you want to leave behind? Purpose is not always about personal gain, it's about contribution. The most successful and fulfilled people are not just focused on what they can get, but on what they can give. Surrounding yourself with the right people also helps fuel purpose. Being around others who share your values, support your vision, and challenge you to grow can make all the difference. Purpose-driven individuals don't walk the path alone. They build communities, inspire movements, and create lasting change. The mistake many people make is chasing external validation instead of internal fulfillment. Money, status, and recognition may bring temporary satisfaction, but they don't provide lasting motivation. True fulfillment comes from knowing that what you're doing matters. It's the kind of motivation that doesn't fade, even when things get tough. Dreams without purpose are like cars without fuel. They might look good, but they won't get far. Purpose is what keeps the journey going long after the excitement fades. It turns obstacles into stepping stones and failures into lessons. The people who make a lasting impact are not just the ones with big dreams, they are the ones who fuel those dreams with a reason to keep moving forward. Obstacles are an unavoidable part of any journey. No matter how carefully you plan or how talented you are, challenges will arise. They are not signs that you are on the wrong path. They are signs that you are moving forward. The people who achieve their dreams are not the ones who never face difficulties. They are the ones who refuse to let those difficulties stop them. Obstacles appear. Most people see them as roadblocks. They feel discouraged, start doubting themselves, and often consider giving up. But what if obstacles were not meant to stop you, but to shape you? Every challenge forces you to grow, to think differently, and to develop the resilience needed to succeed. Without obstacles, there is no progress. Every great achievement in history came from someone who encountered setbacks but chose to keep going. One of the biggest lessons obstacles teach is adaptability. No one's journey goes exactly as planned. Unexpected difficulties will always arise, but success comes from learning to adjust rather than giving up. Think of obstacles like detours on a road trip. Just because the main road is blocked doesn't mean you won't reach your destination. It just means you need to find a different way. The ability to adapt, to look at problems creatively, and to stay committed despite difficulties is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. Obstacles also reveal commitment. It's easy to stay motivated when everything is going smoothly. But when things get tough, that's when true commitment is tested. People who are deeply committed to their dreams don't see setbacks as reasons to quit. They see them as part of the process. They understand that failure is not the opposite of success, it is a step toward it. Every mistake, rejection, and difficulty is a lesson that brings you closer to your goal. Fear is one of the greatest obstacles people face, not just fear of failure, but fear of judgment. fear of uncertainty, and fear of stepping outside their comfort zone. But the truth is, everything you want lies on the other side of fear. The people who accomplish great things are not the ones who never feel fear. They are the ones who feel it and take action anyway. The more you push through fear, the more confident and capable you become. Important thing to remember is that obstacles don't just test you, they refine you. They force you to develop new skills, build patience, and strengthen your mindset. Many of the most successful people in the world credit their biggest challenges as the turning points that led them to success. They didn't achieve their goals in spite of obstacles. They achieved them because of obstacles. Instead of seeing challenges as barriers, start seeing them as opportunities. Every obstacle is a chance to grow, to improve, and to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. The path to success is not easy, but it is worth it. And the obstacles you face along the way are not there to stop you, they are there to build you. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparison. We see other people's achievements, their progress, and their success, and we start measuring our own journey against theirs. Social media amplifies this, showing us highlight reels of other people's lives while we struggle with our own behind-the-scenes challenge. But the truth is, comparison is one of the biggest distractions from finding and following your own path. Your journey is unique, and clarity comes when you stop looking sideways and start looking forward. You compare yourself to others, you're often measuring completely different experiences. Everyone has different starting points, different obstacles, and different timelines. Someone else's success does not mean your failure. Just because they are ahead in their journey does not mean you are behind. Life is not a race where everyone moves at the same speed. It's a personal journey where each person grows at their own pace. The only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. Clarity comes when you shift your focus from competition to purpose. If you are constantly chasing what others have, you may end up on a path that was never meant for you. It's easy to get caught up in what looks successful rather than what actually fulfills you. That's why it's important to take a step back and ask, what do I truly want? What impact do I want to make? When your goals are driven by purpose rather than comparison, you make choices that align with who you are rather than who you think you should be. Danger of comparison is that it can either inflate or destroy your confidence. If you see yourself as more successful than others, it can lead to complacency. If you see yourself as less successful, it can lead to discouragement. Neither mindset is productive. Confidence should not come from being ahead of others. It should come from knowing you are making progress on your own path. The best way to build confidence is not by outperforming others, but by continuously improving yourself. Finding your path is self-awareness. What are your strengths? What excites you? What kind of work makes you feel alive? Instead of looking at where others are going, take time to reflect on what truly matters to you. The more in tune you are with your own values and passions, the easier it becomes to ignore external pressures and focus on what brings you fulfillment. Success is not about being better than someone else. It's about being the best version of yourself. The moment you stop comparing and start embracing your own journey, you gain clarity. You stop chasing someone else's dreams and start building a future that is meaningful to you. Every person's path is different. And that's what makes life exciting. Your success will not look like anyone else's, and that's a good thing. The only path worth following is the one that truly belongs to you. A dream remains an idea until action is taken. Many people have brilliant visions of what they want to achieve, yet they never make progress because they wait for the right time or a perfect plan. The truth is, clarity comes from action, not from overthinking. No matter how small, every step taken moves a dream from concept to reality. Execution matters far more than ideas. The biggest challenge many people face is hesitation. They fear failure, uncertainty, or not being good enough, so they wait for more experience, more knowledge, or the perfect moment. But waiting does not create progress. The most successful people are not the ones who had everything figured out from the beginning. They are the ones who started before they felt ready. Action builds momentum, and momentum builds confidence. Taking action also helps refine a vision. Many people believe they need absolute clarity before they start, but in reality, clarity comes through doing. The first step often reveals the second step, and the journey unfolds as progress is made. It's impossible to predict every challenge or opportunity in advance. The only way to truly understand a path is to walk it. Every action taken provides feedback: what works, what doesn't, and what adjustments need to be made. Fear of failure is another major reason people hesitate to take action. But failure is not the enemy. Inaction is. Failure provides valuable lessons that refine skills, improve strategies, and build resilience. Some of the greatest successes in history were built on multiple failures. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Every failure was not a reason to stop, but a step toward success. People who take action understand that mistakes are part of the process, not a reason to quit. Consistency is also key. One-time effort is not enough to bring a dream to life. Success is built on small, daily actions that accumulate over time. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who don't is often persistence. Taking small steps every day, even when motivation is low, leads to long-term progress. The most effective way to stay consistent is to focus on habits rather than outcomes. When positive actions become a part of daily routine, success becomes inevitable. Powerful factor in execution is accountability. When goals are kept private, it's easy to procrastinate. Sharing goals with someone trustworthy, finding a mentor, or joining a community with similar aspirations can create external motivation. Accountability pushes people to follow through, even when self-doubt or laziness tries to take over. Dreams don't work unless you do. Thinking, planning, and strategizing are important, but they mean nothing without action. The first step may feel uncertain, but it's better to move forward imperfectly than to stand still. Execution is what separates dreamers from achievers. The future is shaped not by what people intend to do, but by what they actually do. Taking action today is the only way to build the future you envision. Failure is often seen as something to be feared, avoided, or even ashamed of. But in reality, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a necessary step toward it. Every mistake, setback, and rejection provides valuable data that helps refine strategies, improve skills, and bring you closer to your goals. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up is not the absence of failure, but how they respond to it. Many people view failure as a dead end, when in fact, it is a redirection. It provides insights into what works and what doesn't, allowing you to make adjustments and move forward in a smarter way. Some of the most successful individuals in history experienced massive failures before achieving greatness. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking creativity. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before perfecting the light bulb. If they had seen failure as the end, the world would be without some of its greatest innovations and inspirations. One of the biggest lessons failure teaches is resilience. It strengthens the ability to push through challenges and develop a mindset that sees obstacles as learning opportunities rather than reasons to quit. Without failure, there is no growth. When you fail, you are forced to reevaluate, adapt, and improve. Each failure builds mental toughness, preparing you for even greater challenges ahead. The most successful people in any industry are not necessarily the smartest or the most talented, but the ones who refuse to give up despite repeated failures. Failure also provides clarity. It helps distinguish between what is truly important and what is not. Sometimes setbacks force people to reassess their goals, leading them to a more aligned and meaningful path. A failure can be the catalyst that pushes someone towards something even better than what they originally aimed for. Many entrepreneurs, artists, and innovators discovered their true calling not through immediate success, but through the lessons they learned from failure. The key to making failure a stepping stone rather than a roadblock is perspective. Instead of asking, why did this happen to me, ask, what can I learn from this? Every setback carries a lesson that can be applied to future efforts. The only true failure is the failure to learn. Those who embrace failure as feedback use it to make better decisions, refine their approach, and ultimately reach their goals more efficiently. It is also important to remember that failure is temporary. No failure defines a person unless they allow it to. Every setback is just a moment in time, not a life sentence. The faster you get up and try again, the less power failure has over you. The people who achieve great things are not the ones who never fail, but the ones who fail, learn, and keep going. Failure is not something to avoid, it is something to embrace. It is proof that you are trying, growing, and pushing beyond your comfort zone. The path to success is paved with failures, but each one is a step closer to turning your dreams into reality. No great achievement is accomplished alone. While individual effort and determination are crucial, the people you surround yourself with can either propel you forward or hold you back. Success is often a result of not just what you know, but who you learn from, who challenges you, and who supports you. Building the right network, one that encourages growth, accountability, and inspiration, is one of the most important factors in achieving your dreams. The people closest to you influence your mindset, habits, and level of ambition. If you're surrounded by those who doubt your abilities, discourage risk-taking, or settle for mediocrity, their negativity can seep into your thoughts and make you question your own potential. On the other hand, when you are surrounded by people who believe in you, push you to grow, and lead by example, their energy fuels your progress. This is why choosing your circle wisely is essential. A strong network is made up of mentors, supporters, and challengers. Mentors are those who have walked the path before you and can offer guidance, wisdom, and lessons from their own experiences. They help you avoid unnecessary mistakes and provide insights that accelerate your growth. Seeking out mentors, whether through direct relationships, books, or online communities, gives you access to knowledge that might take years to gain on your own. Supporters are those who encourage you, remind you of your strengths, and help you keep going when things get tough. These can be friends, family members, or colleagues who genuinely believe in your vision. They are not necessarily experts in your field, but their emotional and moral support can make a huge difference. Sometimes, a simple reminder from a supporter that you are capable and worthy is enough to push through moments of doubt. Challengers, though sometimes uncomfortable to have around, are just as valuable. These are the people who push you beyond your comfort zone, hold you accountable, and force you to level up. They question your excuses, demand excellence, and encourage you to think bigger. Without challengers, it's easy to fall into complacency. Growth happens when you are stretched, and having people who challenge you ensures that you are constantly evolving. One of the most powerful ways to build a strong network is to offer value to others. Relationships should not be based solely on what you can gain, but also on what you can contribute. Helping others, sharing knowledge, and being genuinely supportive creates a culture of mutual growth. The most successful people understand that networking is not about transactions, it's about building real, meaningful connections. Your environment shapes your success. If you want to reach new heights, surround yourself with people who inspire you, push you, and believe in your potential. The right community fuels your motivation, provides the knowledge you need, and helps you stay accountable. No one achieves greatness in isolation. The path to success is much clearer and more achievable when you walk it alongside the right people. Success is not a final destination, it is a continuous journey of learning, growing, and evolving. Many people make the mistake of believing that once they reach a certain goal, they have made it. But the reality is there is no finish line in the pursuit of excellence. The most successful individuals never stop learning, never stop improving, and never stop setting new challenges for themselves. Growth is not an event, it is a mindset. The world is constantly changing, and those who refuse to adapt get left behind. Industries evolve, new skills emerge, and knowledge expands every day. The people who stay ahead are the ones who are always curious, always seeking to improve, and always open to new ideas. This is why lifelong learning is essential, not just for career success, but for personal fulfillment as well. Those who continue to grow remain relevant, competitive, and capable of tackling new challenges as they arise. One of the biggest barriers to continuous growth is comfort. When people reach a certain level of success, it's easy to settle into routines and stop pushing themselves. But comfort is the enemy of progress. Growth happens when you step outside of your comfort zone, challenge yourself, and take risks. The greatest achievements in life come from those who are willing to embrace discomfort and keep pushing forward even when they don't have to. Failure, too, is a part of continuous learning. Every setback is an opportunity to reflect, adjust, and come back stronger. People who fear failure often avoid new challenges, which ultimately limits their potential. But those who embrace failure as a learning experience develop resilience and gain insights that help them improve. The most successful people are not those who never fail, but those who learn from every failure and use it as a stepping stone. Self-reflection is another crucial aspect of lifelong growth. Taking time to assess strengths, weaknesses, and areas for improvement, it's not enough to simply keep working hard. Growth requires awareness and strategy. People who consistently evaluate their progress, seek feedback, and make adjustments are the ones who continue to evolve over time. Surrounding yourself with the right influences also plays a huge role in growth. Being around people who challenge you, inspire you, and bring new perspectives into your life keeps you from becoming stagnant. The best leaders, entrepreneurs, and innovators actively seek out mentors, read extensively, and engage in discussions that expand their thinking. The pursuit of excellence is not about reaching a final goal, it is about continuously striving to become better than you were yesterday. There is always more to learn, more ways to grow, and more impact to make. The people who understand this never stop improving, never stop exploring new opportunities, and never stop setting bigger goals. Success is not about reaching a peak and stopping. It is about always climbing, always evolving, and always seeking to become the best version of yourself. Dreams are not just wishes, they are possibilities waiting to be realized. But turning a dream into reality requires more than just vision. It demands action, resilience, and a commitment to continuous growth. Challenges will arise, failures will happen, and doubts may creep in, but every obstacle is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and push forward. Your path is unique, and success is not about how fast you get there or how you compare to others. It is about staying true to your purpose, surrounding yourself with the right people, and taking consistent action no matter how small. The journey will never be perfect, but every step forward brings you closer to your goal. Most importantly, never stop growing. Success is not a destination. It is a lifelong process of learning, evolving, and striving to be better than you were yesterday. Keep fueling your dream with passion. Keep finding your path with determination, and never settle for anything less than the greatness you are capable of achieving.